Morning guys, welcome to another top table wargaming video. In this video it's another Frostgrave video, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you my warband that I'm currently using in the campaign and some other miniatures which I've acquired and I'm painting up to be used in Frostgrave. If you're unfamiliar with the game Frostgrave, basically it's a warband type skirmish game where you build a warband which is led by a wizard and an apprentice if you choose, and you have to go into a frozen city and collect as much treasure as you can, fighting other warbands and beasties en route. It's a really good game. I've said it in numerous other videos. I recommend that you try it. You don't really have to invest that much to play it. If you're able to get the rules from anywhere, off a friend or someone that you know, you can play the game with any miniatures that you wish. You don't need any official miniatures or anything like that. Or if you just want the rule book, which is a great rule book to have, it's a really nice book. You can get it for about £10 off Amazon. So a really minor investment really for what is a really good game. So without further ado, we'll move on to my warband. My warband consists of a necromancer, and his apprentice, a barbarian, a thief, a marksman, and 4 thugs. What I'll do is I'll go into them individually and tell you a little bit about them and why I use them, etc., and what they can do. I started off, you choose a wizard. You have a choice of 10 different types of wizard, which has actually been extended now in the expansion, but in the original rulebook you start off with 10 different types of wizard, different schools of magic if you like. I chose necromancer, and he has an apprentice. Now when you choose your wizard, you get a set amount of gold coins which you are able to spend on your warband. Your apprentice, if you choose to take one, takes up a bulk of that. It's highly recommended that you do take an apprentice, because what that does, it gives you another caster. So on each game phase, or game turn should I say, you are able to cast spells twice. It's a very magic heavy game. It's based in and around wizards and magic casting, so it's well worth having that apprentice in there. It's not to say that you have to, I just think you'd be at a slight disadvantage against the other warbands on the table, but again, that's personal preference. You may be able to make that work. You'd get a lot more warriors in your warband. You can have a maximum of 10 warriors per warband. That can go higher under certain circumstances, but it's nothing worth talking about at this stage. So yeah, so you can have up to 10 warriors in your warband, your wizard and your apprentice. So my necromancer, I started out with the official necromancer model. Started painting him up, started putting the base colours on. It's a nice enough model, there's nothing wrong with it, I do like it. But then what happened was, I was talking to Mr. J Finnegan, Guild Ball Informer, and he'd seen some other suitable miniatures on, I think it was Heresy website, Heresy Miniatures, and he pointed this guy out to me, and when I seen him I couldn't not use him. He just looks awesome. He just looks like a lunatic in a pair of Y-fronts. The fact that he'd be stood there in his Y-fronts in a frozen city, you know, it just it adds a bit of comedy effect, and I really like the model. It's a cool model. He's not finished yet. I've got a lot more highlights to do on his cloak and on his skin and on his Y-fronts. So yeah, but yeah, I've been using him. I'm happy with him. Really happy with the sculpt, and it's a good website to get onto. Then the apprentice, and that's the apprentice. That's the official apprentice. You get the wizard and apprentices when you buy the official minis in one blister. They're roughly around £6 to £7, so it's good value for money. It's not a bad mini. It's good. He looks like a, you know, he doesn't outshine the wizard. He could be used as a thug. He's got like a club, etc. So yeah, so he's my apprentice. We then move on to the warriors in my warband. When you're choosing warriors, they come with different stats and different values. The values are in gold coins. That's what you earn throughout the game, and you pay for things, or you hire, should I say, your men in your warband. You've got some elite types which cost quite a bit more, and then you've got your lowly thugs, or you can get they're not warhounds, the dogs basically, things like that, which are very cheap. I've tried to model my warband as a pretty balanced warband, so I've got a couple of big hitters in there, yeah, then just some chaff really. I can't remember now. I'm actually confused myself. I think oh no, yeah, that's right. I've got a barbarian. Again, what I've done was I bought the official barbarian model for Frostgrave, which was this one. Again, nothing wrong with it. A little bit cartoony, if anything, but really nice model. Really enjoyed painting it. He's already got a few chips in, but that tends to happen when you're gaming with your models. So yeah, so that's the official barbarian model. So let me get a close up. Yeah, really nice model. With that came a thief. That's why I've got a thief in my warband, just because I got the model. I'll try and get the camera to focus. There we go. Basically what the thief does, he gets extra movement. He can move quicker than your standard warrior. So that's cool. He can move around the board quite quickly. Again, when I was on the Heresy site and I found the Necromancer replacement, I seen this guy, and yeah, I had to get him. The model's great. I put quite a bit of time into the paint job. He just looks like your typical barbarian Conan type, muscle bound beast of a man. He's slightly bigger in scale, but I think the fact that he's, you know, a barbarian, you get away with it. What barbarians are is what you'd think they'd be. They get like a modifier to their rolls in combat, which make them formidable opponents, and they can take a lot of damage. So he's like my powerhouse to smash things up and get things done. So if there's anyone I want taking out the game or tying up for the game, I'd send him in. Excuse me. And then we have my marksman, equipped with a crossbow. Bows are very, very deadly. Bow fire is very deadly in this game. Well, I worked that out fairly quick. That's one thing that I would suggest when you're playing this game. Use as much terrain as you can. When you're putting your terrain down and you think you've got enough, keep adding it, because otherwise the game just gets overpowered by bow fire. First couple of games, one of the lads at the club, he lost his wizard. I think it was round 2 from a cheeky bow shot. Killed him outright. Rolled a 20. It was a critical hit. He couldn't do anything about it, and the wizard was dead. So yeah, so put a lot of terrain down. So yeah, so that's my marksman. And then I have 4 thugs. Now, these guys, if you look at the models, they're all equipped with different weapons and bits and bobs. It means absolutely nothing. They are 4 thugs. That's the beauty of this game. It can be as complicated or as simple as you want it to be. They all have the same stats. They all roll the same amount of modifiers to fight and wound, etc. Same health. The fact that he's got a shield has no relevance whatsoever. It's just for aesthetics. And yeah, so it just the models as well. These are official soldier model, Frostgrave soldier models. You get that much bits and bobs on the sprue. You know, I think the possibilities are endless as to what you can have your soldiers ending up looking like, and they're really nice. Really nice to paint as well. Slightly bigger scale than what I'm used to. So they're a bit easier to paint, which was nice. We painted quite quickly, but came out really well, which I'm happy with. So that's my warband for Frostgrave. I actually started the campaign, so I will be growing on that, and what I'll do is I'll probably do every couple of weeks a video explaining what's happening in the campaign and how my warband is progressing, if anyone's died or if I've gained some new members. I'm doing quite well at the minute. I've got quite a bit of gold to spend. and a few magic items which I've picked up, so I'll be sorting that out in the next video. Beasties. Now, I think one of the things that might put people off Frostgrave, which it shouldn't really, is when you look at the the amount of beasts that are used in the game. And this isn't just the enemy models, this is just like random encounter beasts which are in the city and stuff like that. There's lots of them, I'm not going to lie, and with the expansion there's even more. But the thing is, people look at that, and I've seen a lot of things on the Facebook like, oh God, I've got to get this, I've got to get... No, you don't have to get that. If you've got... You can use proxies, that's one thing you can do. I was using a Dweller in the Dark from Lord of the Rings as a demon. Whatever models you've got you can use, as long as you both players or all three players know what they are, then there's no problem. The other thing that you can do is, if you've got a handful like I have, on the beast chart that you roll on for random encounters, etc., you might have 20 different beasts. If you've only got 6, just divide the 20 into 6 and pick a number, the numbers that will correspond to what you have, and use them. There's no reason why you have to have the 20. It's a random encounter at the end of the day. But what I've done is I've started picking bits and bobs up. So there's in my collection at the minute I've got these rats, giant rats, which came into play in one of our games quite a lot. So I've got a few of them. Really quick paint job, undercoated grey, wash black, picked out like feet, tail, ears and pink. Probably put a few highlights on there at some point, but they'll do for the job that I need them to do at the minute. Really low on time and other projects that I've got going. This is, I can't remember if it's a major or a minor demon. Again, quick paint job. I'm just going to put a wash on him and pick highlights out, and then that's him pretty much done. These are he's an official Frostgrave demon. That's him. With him in the blister I got an imp. He's just been base coated. I've got all the highlights and stuff to do on him. So that's an imp. These are things that can be summoned, or they are random encounters, which is really cool. Polar bear. That's picking it up. What this originally started life out as was my Bayonne for the Hobbit, before there was a Bayonne model. And this is the bear model from Shadow and Flame. Shadow and Flame, Dave and Kev, two guys that I know quite well from the Hobbit community, and I'd highly recommend checking their website out. They've got some really cool stuff on there. Conversion sprues, stuff like that, and they've got tree giants, giants. Check out the website, it's really cool, you won't regret it. And just have a look at some of the work they've done, conversions, scratch built models and paint jobs. It's just amazing. Yeah, check that out. And then we've got this, I can't remember what it's called, is it an Arctic Toad or something like that? Again, really easy paint job, undercoated white, and then made a really light grey wash and give it a couple of coats of that, and then picked out a bit of detail. It's worked very well. I've got the warts to pick out, which I'll do at some point. He came in a blister with a snow leopard. Again, undercoated white, grey wash. Going to paint some spots on him, and that's him done. You don't have to go mad, because you know you might not use them for months, but they're nice to have. Another model that I got from the Heresy Miniatures website is this werewolf. There's werewolves in the game, which is cool, and this model just like jumped out at me. It's really nice. Really like the pose, really like the look of a werewolf. So yeah, so I picked him up and give him a quick paint job. He'll do a trick. And then zombies. I think a lot of people will recognise these guys. A tenner a penny on eBay, you can pick them up. You know, one of my spells for my necromancer is to summon zombies. So yeah, so they're in there. They can come on random encounters as well, so they're handy to have. And at the minute, not including all the bits and bobs that I got with the Nick starter, that's my collection of Frostgrave models. But like I say, you know, you don't need the official models. You can use what you've got. When we first started, we were using Goblin Town goblins as skeletons and ghouls and undead creatures and things like that, or orcs from Lord of the Rings, and it's fine. Doesn't have any effect on the way the game's played. It's just got to use your imagination, and away you go. So that's my video explaining my warband so far and the bits and bobs that I've got for Frostgrave. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions or comments, please put them in the box below. Your feedback's really important, even if it's just a like. Just click the like button, and I know that you're appreciating the videos that I'm putting out. So I will speak to you in the next video. So like, comment, share and subscribe, and keep gaming, guys. I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.